Have you been told lately that colleagues think that you don't value their work or appreciate their efforts? Well, sit back, relax, and grab a drink. I've got just the thing. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, your go-to place for building your dream career and achieving your highest potential. I'm Allie, and today's another segment of Tips and Tea Time Tuesday where I share some of my top tips on anything related to career, work, or leadership. And for today's topic, I'm going to be talking about how you can show others that you appreciate them, specifically in the workplace. I know what you're thinking, employees just want money. That's all you're going to tell us, right? Wrong. In fact, all the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you are budget friendly, and the majority of them don't even cost you a dime. If you've been put into this situation and had to figure out a way to appreciate your employees without going into your budget, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious about what you've done. Otherwise, let's get started. Tip number one, you need to watch your words. No complaining and no negative wording. The reason why is because when you're complaining, it is demoralizing to the employee who's receiving it. Rather than complain to the employee, turn into a positive experience. Point out the issue, be positive that they can address it, and motivate them, inspire them to continue with the task and that they will succeed. And in terms of negative wording, you need to be careful not only with extreme affectively charged words such as terrible, but also minor negative words. So for example, something that people might do is they might say, oh, you did a good job. You know, very casual, no emphasis behind it. Here's the problem. When you say things like, oh, you did a good job, or you did an all right job, that's not really communicating that somebody did a good job. To them, that is baseline average, or you're just being nice because you don't want to tell them the truth. You need to go above and beyond and make sure you make it clear that when they do a good job, they did a great job. You have to remember that people perceive things differently than what you mean, and they aren't a mind reader. Sure, when you say good or all right, to you that actually means a great job and you just don't like showing emotion, but to the people around you, it doesn't get translated that way. And you have to remember, to be an effective leader is to realize not only what you're doing, but how it's being perceived by those around you. For my second tip, you need to praise your employees. Despite what you might think, a survey found that actually employees prefer to receive praise than to receive a raise or a bonus. And the best way to deliver that praise is by doing it one-on-one. So whenever you do your meetings, your weekly meetings, for example, or you do your evaluations, make sure you take that opportunity to praise them. And for those of you who struggle giving praise, it doesn't have to be a difficult process. You just need to spit it out. Yes. Spit it out. S-P-I-T. You need to be specific, personal, intermittent, and timely. With specific, you just need to tell them exactly what it is that you're happy about. If it's because they reached a certain performance goal, then tell them that that's what they did. In terms of personable, make sure you make it clear that it's to them. So if you do decide to make this announcement to a group, make sure you say the person's name. Don't just jam everyone into one thing. Make sure you give a compliment per person that is unique to them. Next, we have intermittent. You never want to do it too much. Moderation is key to everything. So don't do this all the time. I'm not asking you to do this 24/7. Only do it when the time is right. That is how you're going to be able to communicate that you are authentic and that you genuinely appreciate what they've done. And next we have timely. Whenever something occurs, you need to give feedback immediately. Don't wait a couple days or a week. The second you find out, you tell the person they did a good job. The way that people think, they need immediate feedback so that they know the exact behaviors they did that are right. If you wait too long, it's not going to seem like you didn't care and that it's just an afterthought, but you're also going to be able to communicate clearly that it was this exact behavior that you appreciate. So make sure you do it as soon as you hear it, or at least by the end of the day. Tip number 3, you need to start a tradition. What I mean by that is you need to have a regular routine of appreciating your employees. Now, depending on the company and depending on what time you have, this can be a weekly thing, a monthly thing, or a bi-monthly thing. That is completely up to you. But one way that you can communicate to your employees that you appreciate them is just having a day or event dedicated to them. For example, you can have a yearly appreciation day for your employees. You can have a monthly luncheon, Or for some of you who really want to go above and beyond, incorporate into your weekly meetings. Before you start any meeting, have every employee show their appreciation for one another. Not only is it a great practice, but it's a good way to do a culture shift towards a more positive, open culture. This is also a great way to develop relationships and get people more comfortable talking to each other and building rapport. Tip number 4, need to give a gift. Now, I did say it was budget friendly, but for the employees who do go above and beyond, you want to go above and beyond for them as well. There are times where an employee might sub in for another employee. They might help with the project. Anything that is proactive and not necessary, you want to make sure you reward it because you want to communicate that not only do you appreciate it, but you want to make sure that they'll do it again if the situation occurs, as well as set an example for the rest of your team. So you have two options. You can give them a paid gift or a non-paid gift. Now, in terms of paid gifts, it can be something as simple as buying their lunch for them, getting a baked good, maybe getting them a bouquet of flowers, or if your company offers it, give them free merchandise. Now, not everything has to be paid. You don't have to give them a gift card. There are ways that you can show your appreciation that don't cost you a dime. For example, if your company has parking spaces dedicated to certain people, let them park at the closer parking spot or take the rest of the day off. There are several different options. Just make sure you get creative with it. The more creative you get, the more your employees are going to know that you care. So tip number 5, for the employees that go above and beyond, give them advancement opportunities. There isn't a single employee who wouldn't take the opportunity to advance themselves within a company. In fact, some research shows that one of the main reasons why employees leave to begin with is because they don't get presented with career advancement opportunities. So why not kill two birds with one stone? Not only do you get to show your appreciation, but you're making your employees happy and less likely to leave the company long term. So, hear about a training development opportunity or promotion opportunity, let them know. Know about a certification? Tell them. Send them to a conference. Get them active in their development and be involved. By being involved, you're really communicating to them that you care about their growth and their success within the company. Those are my top 5 tips on how you can effectively show appreciation. Do those things and I promise you, you're going to see noticeable results. You're going to see your employees are more motivated. They're putting in more effort. They're more likely to help each other, being proactive. You're going to see a huge difference in the culture of your team. So make sure you take these tips seriously because they're going to help you out, help you improve, and help you be a more effective leader. Love what we talk about today? Well, stay tuned because I'll answering one of your questions on this topic, as well as discussing why you don't want to show too much appreciation. And don't be shy. Have a topic you want me to cover? Make sure you let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified of my latest videos. And make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I not only tell you my latest updates on my channel, but I also reveal some tips and tricks that I do not reveal in my videos. Otherwise, until we drink again, take it easy, everyone.